Hey, it's Player BN!
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Traveler the AI story. Alright, so last chapter we went to the desert here and we got this cool fancy key. So now we're gonna take a trip underwater and uncover some riches and unexpected allies in the deep. Alright, let's get going. You're in a strange new world. There's some kind of ruin here and the sky is really big. The ruins are on an island. There are two ways to go. One leads to the ruins, the other goes into the ocean. I'll take this way. You head for the ruins. This place is dark and quiet. It looks like nothing ever lived here. In fact, it doesn't look like anyone ever lived here. The buildings here are crumbling and falling apart. But there are some signs that someone used this place recently. The floor is littered with debris and all sorts of objects have been left behind. Oh, a lantern. You pick up the lantern. It was probably dropped by whoever built these ruins. Lanterns were important in the old days, so maybe they still are. And after all, it wasn't very bright outside just now. Huh? This door. You open the door. A part of the wall gives out beneath your hand and you fall down. Ow! The ground is covered in cobwebs. They feel slimy, but also soft. Your foot hits something hard. Ah! You jump back. Something moves underneath your feet. A spider crawls onto your shoe, then another, then more. They're huge. Who's there? It sounds like there's someone in here with you. You shine the lantern at the mouth of the room. Then you see him. He's standing right in front of you. He seems strong. His face is covered in black blood. He raises his sword. Oh, stop! I don't want any trouble. But the man ignores you and advances slowly towards you. His eyes are sharp, as if he can see everything you do. You take a step backward. You draw your weapon. The man laughs quietly. Okay, I was not expecting this to happen at all in a chapter called Ocean. But alright, maybe we're gonna jump to the sea to get away from these spiders. Also, we have a weapon? I knew you would come. What? Why does this guy know who you are? How could you possibly recognize him? Let me tell you what happened. We were trapped underground, surrounded by monsters. Everyone died except me, and it was only because I killed them first. But I had no idea where we were or how to get out of there. I couldn't even remember how to move. He turns to look at you. So I searched until I found the lantern, and then I lit it. That's when I saw you. You were standing right in front of me. Just continue to be like, what? I'll say this. Do you know how to get out of here? Do you know how to get out of here? Yes, I do. Follow me. Yeah, let's follow the stranger. As the man leads you through the abandoned ruins, you wonder about the story he told you. You feel uneasy, but follow the man anyway. You never felt so close to death before, but it's alright. If you die now, you end up in a different world. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to find some treasure here. You hope you won't die. Hey, are you listening? The man stops suddenly. What? What is it? You must not speak to me like that. The man grabs your arm. I am the strongest man in this world, and you have no right to talk to me that way. Okay, what is going on here? You yank your arm away. I said, what is it? Nothing. I'm sorry. I know you're lying. You wouldn't say nothing if something was wrong. Okay, we made a wrong choice getting help from this guy. The man takes a deep breath. Are you scared? Yes. Yes, very. Yeah, actually. You nod. Well, I suppose you should be. Excuse me? We're almost there. You can see the sea now. From the crest of the hill, you can see the vast expanse of water. That's the ocean. No, of course. That's where we're going. The man looks at you strangely. Is there something wrong with you? Don't you understand? We're going to make a ship and sail across the ocean. Where to?
Anywhere.
You stare at him. Do you even know how to sail?
No, but it's easy. Just give me a reason to do it.
Don't you already have a reason?
I haven't found one yet.
What about the treasure?
Not interested.
Then why are we doing this?
Because I want to. Because I need to.
How long have you been stuck here?
Too many years. Too many lifetimes.
Were you always like that?
No, before that. Back when the world was young, when men still walked the earth.
You mean before the destruction?
What destruction? The world is still here.
Then who destroyed it?
It doesn't matter, it's gone now. All that's left is this world, and our memories of it.
You mean the ancient people?
Yes, exactly. People like us, or rather, men like me.
So what happened to them?
They disappeared. They all died.
Oh, what do you mean?
When the world was young, we ruled over it. We were kings. But then men rose up against us, men who thought they could rule the world without us. We fought them, but we lost, every last one of us. For a time, it seemed as though there was no hope for us anymore, so we retreated to this world and sealed ourselves in it.
And now you're trying to get out again?
Yes, to go home.
To where?
Back to the world we once knew.
But there's nothing left there.
Nothing to worry about. We'll build a ship and cross the sea.
And what happens after that? Where will you go?
All I know is that I want to return to my homeland, no matter what it takes.
Alright, let's go then. You come aboard a huge, decrepit ship. It's so big you can barely believe it. It's made of wood, but it looks ancient. This is amazing. The man smiles.
I'm glad you think so.
But will it even work?
We'll see.
The man starts to climb up the mast. Wait! Why are you going up there?
Just watch, all right?
But are you sure?
Absolutely.
The man climbs higher and higher. Hang on tight! Suddenly, the ship begins to move. It starts gently rocking. What's happening? As the waves get bigger, the ship rocks harder and harder.
Hold on!
You grab hold of whatever you can. Hey, please stop! He ignores you. Frickin' Ulfric.
Look at the horizon!
The boat is moving fast. Who is this? Oh, is this supposed to be Palair? But it's Palier? Wait a second, how far are we going?
We're not stopping until we reach the other side.
You're thrown off balance by the movement. You're worried sick about what might happen to you, and the man at the boat breaks apart. Please, hold on! You try to convince yourself that this is normal. Right, dreamer, this is all very normal. You then stop to look at the scenery. The sunlight is shining through the clouds. Wow, it's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
You're amazed by the beauty of nature. This is incredible. The wind rustles your hair. The ocean is so clear you can see the bottom, and the sun is high in the sky, warming the waves in the air. It's so peaceful. As you sit there, you realize you never asked the man for his name. Excuse me, could you please tell me your name?
My name is Ulfric.
Ulfric? Wait, isn't that the name of a king from a book I read once?
That's right. I'm not a king, though. I'm a warrior.
So you're not a king either?
No, I'm not.
But you are a great warrior, right?
That I am.
And you know how to sail too?
Yes, that's what makes me so special.
Well, you certainly seem to be a hero, but I'd like to know who you really are.
You will soon find out. We're here.
The boat has reached its destination. Here? You're still holding on tightly to the mast. The boat is resting on the shore.
Yes, here.
But we're still in the middle of the ocean.
Just trust me.
You take a deep breath. Oh, okay, I'll let you admit your way. You let go of the mast. The ship plunges into the water. Whoa! You scream as the waves crash over you. You're now underwater, but strangely, you can breathe. It's like you're weightless. Amazing. Oh, sweet, this was what I was waiting for. Want to get some, Atlantis action here. You're in a strange land surrounded by rocks. You look around and see large structures. Some of them look like houses. There are a lot of them, a whole city under the waves. This is incredible. You turn your head and notice something unusual. A giant stone statue. It looks like a dragon, or maybe it's a person. You can't quite figure it out. I don't understand what this place is.
It's called Anar, the kingdom of the ancient people. This is where I live.
Anar? Is that what we're calling it now?
No, my people call it the home of our ancestors.
The man points at the statue.
That's the king, the guardian of the royal palace. If you're going to stay here, I suggest you pay him a visit.
The king?
Yes, he's very old now, but he used to be the greatest warrior in the world. When I was younger, I wanted to be just like him.
But you're not a king.
No, I'm not a king, but I'm nobody important.
What happened to the king?
He disappeared. He went missing hundreds of years ago. No one knows what happened to him.
And what's about the kingdom?
It fell into ruin. Everyone left.
Everyone?
Yes. There was a war. Men came from the other country and they destroyed everything. They drove everyone out. They left Anar for dead.
That's horrible.
Indeed, but I survived.
How did you survive?
I don't know. I was lucky.
Lucky? You mean you're the only one who survived?
Yes, I was the only one.
Why are you telling me all this? And why didn't you leave too? Yeah, sure, I guess we'll ask them this. Yeah, well, what was it again? But why didn't you leave too?
Because I had nowhere else to go. I had no family, no friends. Nobody cared about me, not even my father.
Then why do you keep living here?
Because this is where I belong.
Whoa! We got this crab spider! With very, dragon-like eyes. Let me see how I should voice him. You can't hide from me. You hear a voice. It sounds like an angry roar. You turn around and see a giant creature floating in the distance. Whoa! The creature looks like a giant crab. It's enormous, and its claws are sharp and dangerous. What is that thing?
A guardian of the capital.
The crab notices you, and it swivels its eyes towards you. What are you doing here? I'm exploring. Exploring? What kind of idiot are you? No one is allowed here. I just want to explore. Please let me go. The crab scoffs. Oh, please, go ahead. Exploit this world to your heart's content. The crab laughs. Go ahead, do whatever you want. Just get out of here. Okay, I'll go. You and Ulfric head to explore the underwater palace. I can't believe this place exists.
Me neither.
You walk past the ruins of the royal palace. The ground is littered with debris. I wonder why the king left.
Perhaps he couldn't protect it anymore. Perhaps the enemy got to him.
What enemy?
No idea.
You continue walking along the path. This is incredible. You pass by a huge stone monument. It's engraved with beautiful runes. What does it say?
It says, "Let's return to the homeland."
You continue walking and enter a massive hall. It's so big you can't see the end of it. Wow. The walls are adorned with paintings of people dancing. The ceiling is covered in ancient symbols. What are these?
I don't know. They're very old. Maybe they're magic signs.
The floor covered in sand, which has turned almost black. What happened to all the light?
I have no idea. I've been living here for so long I stopped paying attention to what happened outside.
You touch the surface of the sand. It feels soft.
Yes, it's probably more than 500 years old. I think that's why it changed color.
You continue exploring the hall. You hear some noises coming from behind you. Over here! You spin around, but you don't see anyone. Did you hear that? Oh, this is Dreamer talking. Did you hear that?
No?
You hear it again. Someone's talking. You hurry back to the hall, but you still don't find anything. Maybe it's my imagination. Could I ask you something?
What is it?
Do you ever think about leaving this place?
Never. Why would I?
Because you're the last person here. You must be lonely.
No, I'm not alone, not at all.
Then why don't you just get the others to come back?
I tried that. It doesn't work. Not even my father has come back.
Your father?
Yes, he was a member of the royal family. He left when I was little, but he always promised to come back.
Why hasn't he returned yet?
I don't know.
You arrive in the throne room. You step inside. You feel like you've entered a different world. The walls are adorned with symbols, and there's an altar in front of you. A golden crown sits on top of it, sparkling in the sunlight.
This is where the king used to meet with his advisors.
Wow, this is beautiful. You walk closer to the altar. You touch the crown. Oh, who's this? Hey, don't touch that. You jump back in surprise. You glance around the throne room and notice someone sitting on the floor. Who are you? Where did you come from? Oh, sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm glad you're here. You walk towards the throne and you see a young girl. She appears to be 10 or 11 years old. Her skin is pale white and her eyes are bright blue. She's wearing a dress made of thin silk. You can tell she's a princess because of the crown on her head. I'm Princess Arisa. I'm happy to finally meet you. You bow your head. Oh, nice to meet you. Princess Arisa stands up and walks towards you. I heard you were exploring the palace. Yes, may I ask you a question? Sure. You take a deep breath and prepare yourself. What is this place? This is the underwater palace, which was built by my ancestors over thousands of years ago. It's where we lived during this time. I'll do all I can to answer your questions. You nod your head as though to say thank you. How long have you played the game? You tell her how many days you've been logged on.
Are we breaking a wall here?
That's wonderful. I've only ever seen one person play that much before. You must be quite strong-willed to keep going despite everything. You look up at her in surprise. And what happened to the kingdom? It's all broken down. The buildings are falling apart. What happened to the other people? There were a few survivors. The rest fled the island. No one knows where they went. So there are no people here anymore. We're all alone. So why don't you leave? Leave? Yes. Princess Arisa looks at you curiously. Why would I want to? If we leave, this palace will fall to pieces. What? That can't be true. It is. Come with me and you can see for yourself. You follow Princess Arisa through the halls. You reach a large door. It's covered with an intricate carving. What's this? It's the entrance to the underground palace. I've never seen anything like it before. It's so beautiful. Princess Arisa opens the door. You walk deeper into the underground palace. It's dark and it smells of earth and metal. You stand before a huge wall. It's covered in countless faces. What is this place? Those are the kings and queens of the kingdom. The faces are carved into stone, looking at you. Is this the royal treasury? Yes, it contains the most important treasures of our ancestors. Most important? Yes, those are the treasures of our ancestors' gods. It also holds the royal seal. Royal seal? What's that? It's a device that keeps the kingdom safe underwater. Without it, the kingdom would collapse under the pressure of the water.
Wait, who's talking right now?
The device is placed above a set of stairs. You climb the stairs and inspect the seal. It's beautiful. The seal is carved out of gold and shines brightly in the darkness. Wow, this is incredible. That's right. But if we lose the seal, the kingdom will be lost forever. What do you mean? Without the seal, the kingdom will sink into the ocean. We won't be able to keep the palace standing. All that will remain will be this empty shell. Is that how it works? Yes. Once the seal breaks, the kingdom of Nar will disappear beneath the waves. But that's terrible. Yes, that's why we need to make sure the seal doesn't break. How? We must preserve the king's memories. Preserve his memory? Princess Arisa nods. The royal seal is connected to the king. If we destroy his memory, then the seal will stop working. Unfortunately, the seal is so old and fragile, it's hard to maintain, and the king's memories are fading away. So what can we do? There's only one way. The king needs to come back. But he hasn't shown up. What do we do? There's one place we can get help from, the underground lake. Underground lake? Yes, it was created by a goddess. She might be able to help us, but because of the seal, we can't leave this place anymore. Alright, I'll go there. Can you really find it? You're just a child. I'm not a kid, just watch. Follow me then. Princess Arisa climbs down into the water and swims through the dark water toward the light above her. You follow Princess Arisa deeper into the watery maze. The princess stops in front of an ancient door covered with carvings. She takes out a sword and begins to hack at the door. After a while, she succeeds in breaking it open. She gestures into the opening and steps aside. Inside the hole is a long tunnel. You travel deeper and deeper into it. It's mostly submerged in water, so you have to stop every now and then to breathe. At some point, you traverse upon a large room filled with hundreds of small glowing orbs. Each orb is about as big as your head. They float in mid-air like fireflies. The water is shallow and crystal clear, so you can see all the way to the bottom. Wow, look at these. You step inside and look around. Wow. Each light sparkles with a rainbow of colors. They dance and twirl in the air, making beautiful patterns. This is amazing. You move forward and begin to explore the room. There are more and more orbs until you enter a vast room filled with thousands of them. They swirl around you, bouncing off each other and creating beautiful dance in the air. I've never seen anything like this before. You're stunned by the sight, but you keep moving forward. You walk farther into the room and see a gigantic glowing sphere floating in the center of it. It's enormous. It looks like a giant eyeball. The light emanating from within makes it glow brighter and brighter. Wow! You walk toward the spear, but suddenly you feel something pulling on your leg. Ouch! You quickly pull your leg back. What is this? You run your hand across the floor and discover several glowing orbs attached to the ground. They're stuck on the ground like insects. Oh, who is this? And he's God?
These things are called gods. They're the spirits that live here.
Spirits?
Yes, these orbs contain their essence. When someone dies, their souls are trapped inside.
Wait, who's speaking?
Okay, I gotta find a different voice for this guy. Let's give him, he looks a little goofy actually. I'll give him a more goofy voice. It's called the God Alive in Life. Whoa, was not expecting this. You turn around and see a huge creature floating in the air. It's as big as the room itself. It's made out of light and it floats on the ceiling. Its arms are spread out and it's holding a long staff in its hands. Hey, hello, my name is Dreama. I am a goddess. Oh, jeez. We're actually this thing. Okay. I am a goddess. You may call me Light.
Light tilts its head as it speaks. Pleasure to meet you, Light.
A pleasure? You don't seem like any other player that has been here before.
Well, I'm new to this game, so maybe there's something wrong with my character.
We're like really breaking some walls here. I wonder if when the creators made this, they're kind of like, I don't know if they use like ChatGPT or whatever, but they're kind of like, all right, make me a game, you're a player and you're exploring these ruins underwater. And then the AI is like really
trying to talk as though, like, the player is the character. You know what I'm trying to say. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with your character. You're perfectly fine as a human being. In fact, you are quite a perfect specimen. Light tilts his head and addresses you again. You know, my power has grown weak over time. I have become unable to restore the land. As a result, the kingdom of Anar is gradually falling apart. That's why you asked for my help, isn't it? Yes. What do you want to do? Please bring back the king. The king? Yes, he must come back here to save the kingdom. Then I shall lend you my power, but please understand I cannot promise any miracles. I understand. You thank Light and return to the palace. You rush back to the throne room. Princess and Arisa, where are you? You run down the hall and see that the door to the throne room is wide open. Princess and Arisa? You burst through the door and you hear a voice coming from the altar. You race toward it and see the princess kneeling in front of it. Princess Arisa, are you okay? You kneel beside her. What's happening? What's going on? The king. Princess Arisa points to the throne. A man sits atop it. His face is covered by a mask, but you know him immediately. Ulfric! You rush to Ulfric's side and embrace him. I don't understand. You notice a gold crown on his head. Ulfric, are you the king?
No, I am no king.
He pushes you away and stands up.
I don't deserve the title of king. I am nothing more than a traitor.
He grabs the mask off his face and throws it aside. His eyeballs are bloodshot and wild.
Forgive me.
What happened?
I betrayed them. I betrayed my people and took their lives.
Ulfric looks around the room, then he turns his gaze on Princess Arisa.
I am sorry I failed you.
What are you talking about?
I killed the king. I killed the ones who saved me when I was a boy, and I killed the ones who protected me all along.
Princess Arisa cries. Why? Why did you do that?
The king was weak. He didn't understand that we needed to change to survive. I wanted to make the kingdom great, but all I did was cause destruction.
Ulfric looks at the crown on the altar.
I tried to make the kingdom great, but I never understood that greatness came from the people.
Ulfric drops his head and rests it against the altar. I shouldn't have stayed here. I shouldn't have left the moment I thought I knew everything.
I'm sorry.
Princess stands up and says,
I'll leave the seal to you.
Oh, is this the princess or Ulfric saying this?
I'll leave the seal to you. Spend the rest of your life as you wish. I won't sacrifice anything for you. You're free to do whatever you want.
I think this should be the princess, I think? Princess! Thank you for the help, but I'm not afraid anymore. I want to live a happy life without fear, so I'm leaving. A tear rolls down Princess Arisa's cheek. Ulfric watches her leave and then looks back at the throne.
You should leave this place. You don't belong here.
But what will happen to you? Ulfric gets up and picks up the crown.
Maybe I will be the last king after all. This way, I can make sure the sacrifice wasn't for nothing.
Ulfric hands you the crown as he talks.
Don't wear this cursed thing. Take it with you to protect you from danger. If you die, bury it in the earth, then it will become a part of your body, protecting you even when you're gone.
What will you do?
I have nowhere to go. I'll stay here.
Ulfric walks away and sits on the throne. He places the mask on his head and sits down. You and Princess Arisa leave the palace. On the way to the surface, you see the cracks in the wall and the ruined cityscape. It's much worse than you remember. The kingdom is in ruins. Yeah, it's true. It was once beautiful, but now it's all ruined. You take one last look at the palace. Suddenly it starts to crumble, like a sandcastle falling into the sea. Your vision blurs as you watch the entire palace collapse in front of you. That's the end of Anar. Alright, well that was a slightly depressing chapter. Alright, recap time. Okay, we find this ocean area. We decide to go into the ruins and we meet Ulfric. He's really aggressive to us the first time we meet him. And then after that he's like super chill and he's like, follow me. And we go underwater, we look around, we meet this huge crab that's apparently the guardian of the city called Anar, and the king apparently is missing from this kingdom. And Ulfric's like, I'm no king, I don't know where the king is. So we go into deeper, we meet this princess named Princess Arisa. She's there just chilling, she's protecting the seal, and the seal is formed by the king's memory, which is slowly deteriorating as time passes. And she's like, you gotta go to this like goddess underground and in this underground lake. And we go there and we see this goddess. She's like, take my power. And we're like, okay, but I don't know what this is. So we bring it back to Princess Arisa. Princess Arisa's like, I'm out. She doesn't want to deal with this kingdom of Anar anymore. And then Ulfric's kind of like, I am not the king. I betrayed everyone, so I'm just gonna chill here and die with the kingdom. And then Dreamer and Princess Arisa are like, all right, peace out. And then they leave. And then before we leave, Ulfric gives us his crown, and it will protect us. So yeah, that's the story of Underwater in 1 minute. All right, let's see what the next chapter is. A garden. Okay, this place is going to be pretty, I hope. All right, everyone, thank you so much for following me through this chapter of the series, and I will see you next time while we explore the garden. Until then, bye, everyone.